Have you ever thought about what it would mean to reach the age of 100? Hollywood has seen some incredible actors who achieved this milestone, leaving behind legacies that helped shape the film industry. These stars didn't just act, they made their mark on an emerging Hollywood, growing alongside an industry that was just beginning to captivate audiences worldwide. By the time they passed, they were remembered not only for their longevity, but as true icons of American cinema. Join Factsverse as we explore the lives of legendary old Hollywood actors who lived to 100 years and beyond. George Burns. George Burns was a comedian, actor, and entertainer whose career spanned more than 90 years. Growing up in a poor family of Jewish immigrants from Eastern Europe, young George began working early to help his family, and he found his passion for entertainment as a child performing in vaudeville. As a teenager, he met his future wife and partner, Gracie Allen, forming the comedy duo that would make him a household name. In the 1920s and 1930s, the Burns and Allen act grew in popularity, moving from vaudeville stages to radio, where they became beloved figures in American entertainment. Their humorous exchanges, with George often playing the straight man to Gracie's witty and quirky character, resonated deeply with audiences. Their success continued through the 1940s and 1950s, eventually transitioning to television with The George Burns and Gracie Allen Show, a hit program that ran for nearly a decade. When Gracie retired in 1958, George continued on television and film, adapting to the changing entertainment landscape. Later in life, George found renewed success as a solo performer and actor, notably in his Academy Award-winning role in The Sunshine Boys. He charmed a new generation with his role in the Oh, God! Series in the late 1970s, where he played a humorous and wise God alongside John Denver. His distinct raspy voice, cigar in hand, and iconic delivery made him a timeless figure. George Burns continued performing well into his 90s, publishing best-selling books and making guest appearances. Burns reached his goal of living to be 100, passing away on March 9, 1996, just weeks after his centennial birthday. Mark Platt. Mark Platt was an American ballet dancer, musical theater performer, and actor whose career spanned several decades. She was born Marcel Émile Gaston Laplat on December 2, 1913, in Pasadena, California. Raised in a musical family, with a French-born concert violinist father and a soprano singer mother, Platt was immersed in the performing arts from an early age. His journey into dance began at Mary Ann Wells's dancing school in Seattle, where he trained for 8 years. His talent led to an audition with the Ballet Russe de Monte Carlo, where he was accepted and performed under the name Mark Platov to maintain the company's Russian persona. In 1942, Platt transitioned to Broadway, adopting the stage name Mark Platt. He gained prominence for his role as Dream Curly in the original 1943 production of Rodgers and Hammerstein's Oklahoma, where he was featured in the groundbreaking Dream ballet sequence choreographed by Agnes DeMille. Platt's film career included notable performances in Tonight and Every Night, 1945, alongside Rita Hayworth, and as Daniel Pontopé in the classic musical Seven Brides for Seven Brothers, 1954, where his dynamic dancing contributed to the film's enduring acclaim. After retiring from performing, Platt served as the director of the Radio City Music Hall Ballet and later dedicated himself to teaching dance. In 2000, he was honored with the Nijinsky Award at the Ballets Russes reunion, recognizing his contributions to dance. Mark Platt passed away on March 29, 2014, in San Rafael, California, at the age of 100. Bruce Bennett. Originally named Harold Herman Brix, Bruce Bennett was born on May 19, 1906, in Tacoma, Washington. He first made his mark as an athlete, even representing the U.S. in shot put at the Olympics. As the film industry began to flourish, Bennett shifted his focus to acting in the 1920s. He was initially set to portray Tarzan in a Paramount series, a role that could have become his signature, but a shoulder injury caused him to lose the part to Johnny Weissmuller. In the 1930s, Bennett found himself in several small, uncredited film roles, working his way up the ranks to become known. In the mid-1930s, he began securing supporting and lead roles, credited under his birth name, Herman Brix. It wasn't until the 1939 movie My Son is Guilty that he first appeared as Bruce Bennett. During the 1940s and 1950s, he rose to fame as a leading man, known for performances in both major Hollywood productions and B-movies. By the 1960s, Bennett was making appearances in various TV series and movies. His final screen role was in a Dutch film from 1980, Let the Doctor Shove. Bruce Bennett is remembered as a talented and adaptable actor, a standout among early Hollywood stars. He reached the age of 100 before passing away on February 24, 2007, in Santa Monica, California. Anna Halprin. Born Anne Schumann on July 13, 1920, Anna Halprin was a pioneer of postmodern dance and a groundbreaking choreographer who reshaped the art form. In the early 1950s, she moved to San Francisco, where she founded the San Francisco Dancers Workshop. Unlike traditional dance styles, Halprin's work emphasized spontaneity, human emotions, and social issues, making her an influential figure in experimental dance. One of her landmark pieces, Parades and Changes, stirred controversy for its raw exploration of the human body. Halprin also utilized dance as a tool for healing, working with cancer patients and creating therapeutic workshops, which expanded the concept of dance as a life-affirming practice. She remained active as a teacher and dancer well into her later years, passing away at 100 on May 24, 2021. Her contributions left an indelible mark on dance and healing arts. Gloria Stewart. Gloria Stewart, born on July 4, 1910, in Santa Monica, California, was an actress whose career spanned both the golden age of Hollywood and the late 20th century. She began acting in the 1930s, with standout roles in films like The Invisible Man and Gold Diggers of 1935. However, she stepped away from the screen in the 1940s to focus on her family and other creative pursuits, such as painting. Stewart made a stunning comeback at age 87, playing the elder Rose in Titanic, 1997, a role that earned her an Academy Award nomination and reignited her career. Her portrayal touched audiences worldwide, and she continued acting until her 90s. Gloria Stewart passed away on September 26, 2010, at the age of 100, leaving behind a legacy that spanned generations of cinema. Hal Roach. Hal Roach, born on January 14, 1892, in Elmira, New York, was a legendary film and television producer, often hailed as the King of Comedy. Roach founded his own studio in 1914 and soon launched the careers of numerous comedic legends, including Harold Lloyd, Laurel and Hardy, and the Our Gang series. His knack for recognizing talent and creating innovative, family-friendly comedies made him a cornerstone of Hollywood's early years. Roach's work in film evolved into television as he successfully transitioned many of his classic comedies to the small screen. His career spanned over 7 decades, making him one of the few to bridge silent and sound cinema, black and white to color, and film to television. Roach lived to be 100, passing away on November 2, 1992, and is remembered as a visionary in comedy and entertainment. Janice Pagee. Janice Pagee, born Donna Mae Jayden on September 16, 1922, in Tacoma, Washington, was an actress and singer celebrated for her charisma and versatility across stage, film, and television. She started her career as a singer in Los Angeles nightclubs, quickly catching the attention of Hollywood. She signed with Warner Brothers and starred in several 1940s films, including Hollywood Canteen and Of Human Bondage. In the 1950s, Pagee transitioned to Broadway, where she earned acclaim for her role in The Pajama Game. She also enjoyed a successful television career, appearing in shows like All in the Family and Trapper John MD. Known for her effervescent personality and enduring appeal, Janice Pagee continued to perform in television well into her later years. Now, over a century old, she stands as a vibrant testament to the golden age of Hollywood. Fay McKenzie. Born on February 19, 1918, in Hollywood, California, Fay McKenzie grew up in a show business family, with both parents involved in the entertainment industry. She was practically born into the world of film, beginning her career as an infant in silent films. However, Her big break came in the 1940s when she starred opposite Gene Autry in a series of westerns, including Down Mexico Way and Sierra Sioux. These films turned her into a popular on-screen couple with Autry and made her a fan favorite in the western genre. Aside from westerns, she also appeared in notable films like Breakfast at Tiffany's and The Party, displaying her versatility in both drama and comedy. Fay's long-standing presence in Hollywood earned her a beloved status, especially among fans of Golden Age cinema. She passed away on April 16, 2019, at the age of 101, leaving behind a legacy of charm and resilience in a career that spanned nearly a century. Dorothy Stickney. Dorothy Stickney was born on June 21, 1896, in Dickinson, North Dakota. Known for her distinctive voice and knack for comedic timing, she became a prominent stage actress in the 1930s and 40s. Her most acclaimed role was as Vinnie Day in the play Life with Father, which became one of the longest-running plays on Broadway and earned her widespread recognition. Stickney also appeared in film adaptations, including The House of Seven Gables and I Remember Mama, showcasing her versatility. Her later career included numerous guest roles on television, allowing her to continue her craft well into her later years. Dorothy was cherished for her humor and commitment to her roles, embodying the spirit of the theater even in Hollywood. She passed away on June 2, 1998, just shy of her 102nd birthday, remembered fondly by fans of classic theater and cinema. Margia Dean. Margia Dean, born on April 7, 1922, in Chicago, Illinois, initially pursued a career in beauty pageants before transitioning to film. She was crowned Miss California, and her charm and charisma soon caught the attention of Hollywood. Dean became a popular B-movie actress, starring in numerous films throughout the 1940s and 50s, including She's Too Mean for Me and I Shot Billy the Kid. Known for her dramatic flair and captivating screen presence, she made a mark in low-budget westerns and crime dramas. She also appeared in cult classics like The Quatermass Experiment, displaying her talent in both mainstream and genre cinema. Dean's career in Hollywood wasn't without struggles, but her resilience helped her carve out a unique space in film history. She passed away on June 23, 2023, at the age of 101, remembered by fans of classic genre films. Ellen Albertini Dow. Born on November 16, 1913, in Mount Carmel, Pennsylvania, Ellen Albertini Dow's acting career took off later in life, yet she made a lasting impact. She became a beloved character actress known for her comedic roles, especially in her later years. Her breakout moment came in The Wedding Singer, 1998, where she played the rapping grandma, delivering a memorable rendition of Rapper's Delight. Ellen appeared in a host of popular films and TV shows, including Patch Adams, The Golden Girls, Seinfeld, and Scrubs, showcasing her comedic timing and unique charm. Her background in dance and theater gave her a natural presence on screen, making her a scene stealer in every role. She passed away on May 4, 2015, at the age of 101, remembered for bringing joy and laughter to audiences, even in her later years. Bill Butler. Born William Franklin Butler. On April 7, 1921, in Cripple Creek, Colorado, Bill Butler became one of Hollywood's most respected cinematographers. He is best known for his work on iconic films like Jaws, Grease, and Rocky II, where his innovative techniques and eye for detail elevated each project. Butler's career began with TV commercials and documentaries, but he soon transitioned to feature films, where he made a lasting impact. His work on Jaws, in particular, revolutionized underwater cinematography and set a new standard in film suspense. He continued working well into the 2000s, bringing a unique vision to every project he touched. Bill Butler passed away on April 5, 2023, at the age of 101, leaving behind a legacy of cinematic artistry that influenced generations of filmmakers. Marge Champion. Born on September 2, 1919, in Los Angeles, California, Marge Champion was a dancer and actress who became one of the foremost dance icons of Hollywood's golden age. Originally named Marjorie Celeste Belcher, she was trained by her father, Ernest Belcher, a prominent dance instructor. At just 14, She was hired by Walt Disney Studios as the live-action reference model for Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, setting the foundation for her work in dance. She later joined MGM Studios, where she starred in musicals alongside her then-husband, Gower Champion. Their captivating dance chemistry shone in films like Showboat, Lovely to Look At, and Everything I Have Is Yours, solidifying her role as a Hollywood dance legend. Marge continued her career on stage, performing in Broadway musicals and later working as a choreographer for television. Her influence in dance endured for decades, with fans admiring her grace and innovation. She passed away at the age of 101 on October 21, 2020. Jimmy Davis. Born on September 11, 1899 in Quitman, Louisiana, Jimmy Davis wore many hats: singer, songwriter, politician, and actor. He gained fame in the 1940s for his recording of You Are My Sunshine, which became one of the most enduring country songs of all time. Davis used his popularity to transition into acting, appearing in a handful of westerns like Ridin' the Cherokee Trail and Frontier Fury. However, he was equally known for his political career, serving as governor of Louisiana from 1944 to 1948, and again from 1960 to 1964. Known for his relaxed leadership style and a voice that could melt hearts, Davis left a mark in both entertainment and public service. He lived to be 101, passing away on November 5, 2000. Norman Lear. Born on July 27, 1922 in New Haven, Connecticut, Norman Lear is celebrated as one of the most influential TV writers and producers in history. Starting as a comedy writer in the 1950s, Lear went on to create socially relevant sitcoms like All in the Family, The Jeffersons, Maude, and Good Times, transforming television with groundbreaking, provocative themes. His shows tackled issues like racism, poverty, and gender equality with humor, inspiring viewers to see these topics in a new light. Lear's career has spanned over 7 decades, and he's earned multiple awards, including the National Medal of Arts and a Peabody. Even into his hundreds, Lear remains active, making occasional media appearances and advocating for civil rights. Now over a century old, he continues to be revered for his enduring contributions to entertainment and social dialogue. Nehemiah Persoff. Nehemiah Persoff was born in Jerusalem on August 2, 1919. He and his family later emigrated to the United States, where he grew up. He first lived in Brooklyn and then later grew up in the Bronx. He served in the U.S. Army during the Second World War and was part of the acting company in the armed forces, entertaining the troops at various bases. Upon returning from the armed forces, he decided to pursue a career in acting. He was accepted into the Actors Studio in the late 1940s and began learning his craft from there. He began his acting career in the late 1940s, but it was in the 1950s that his career took off. He played the taxi driver in the famous scene in On the Waterfront, where Marlon Brando states that he could have been a contender. His notable film roles were in films such as The Harder They Fall, The Wrong Man, This Angry Age, Some Like It, Hot, Al Capone, The Hook, The Greatest Story Ever Told, Voyage of the Damned, The Last Temptation of Christ, and Twins. He also had a few television appearances in shows such as Gunsmoke and Little House on the Prairie. His final role was in the TV miniseries Angels in America. He died at the age of 102 on April 5, 2022. Charles Lane. Born on January 26, 1905, in San Francisco, California, Charles Lane was one of Hollywood's most enduring character actors, with over 300 film and TV credits. Known for his gruff demeanor and acerbic wit, Lane often portrayed irritable bureaucrats or fast-talking executives in films like It's a Wonderful Life, Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, and You Can't Take It With You. He worked steadily from the 1930s well into the 1980s, making guest appearances on popular TV shows like I Love Lucy and The Twilight Zone. His recognizable face and distinctive voice made him a staple in American cinema. Charles Lane lived an incredible life, passing away at the age of 102 on July 9, 2007. Irwin Corey. Irwin Corey, born on July 29, 1914, in Brooklyn, New York, was a comic known for his eccentric style and his persona as the world's foremost authority. Starting as a stand-up comic in the 1940s, he developed a unique offbeat style that combined political satire with nonsensical humor, delighting audiences for decades. He was a fixture on variety shows and late-night TV, including The Ed Sullivan Show, and he also acted in films like Car Wash and Doc. Corey remained politically outspoken throughout his life, often making headlines for his activism and outspoken views. His comedy style influenced future generations of comedians, who saw in him a model for absurd, socially aware humor. Corey lived to the age of 102, passing away on February 6, 2017. Patricia Morrison. Patricia Morrison, born on March 19, 1915 in New York City, was a Broadway and film star known for her powerful voice and elegant screen presence. She began her career on stage, quickly gaining fame for her beauty and talent. After a series of Hollywood roles in films like The Song of Bernadette and The Fallen Sparrow, she achieved stardom on Broadway in Kiss Me, Kate, where her role as Lily Vanessy became iconic. Throughout her career, she captivated audiences with her theatrical performances and her stunning mezzo-soprano voice. Morrison continued to perform into her 90s, maintaining her voice and grace until her later years. She passed away at the age of 103 on May 20, 2018, remembered as one of Broadway's enduring stars. Kirk Douglas. Kirk Douglas, born Isur Danielovich on December 9, 1916, in Amsterdam, New York, rose from humble beginnings to become one of Hollywood's most iconic actors. He was known for his tough guy persona and intense on-screen presence. After serving in the U.S. Navy during World War II, Douglas pursued acting, quickly making a name for himself with early roles in films like The Strange Love of Martha Ivers. By the 1950s, he had become a major star, best known for roles in Ace in the Hole, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, and Spartacus, where he famously clashed with the Hollywood blacklist by hiring blacklisted writer Dalton Trumbo. Douglas received 3 Oscar nominations and an honorary Academy Award for his contributions to the industry. As the patriarch of the Douglas family, he also mentored his son, Michael Douglas, in the acting world. Kirk Douglas passed away on February 5, 2020, at the age of 103, leaving a legacy as one of the last giants of Hollywood's golden age. Marsha Hunt. Marsha Hunt, born on October 17, 1917 in Chicago, Illinois, was a beloved actress and humanitarian known for her grace and talent. She began her film career in the late 1930s, quickly becoming a leading lady in films like Pride and Prejudice and The Human Comedy. However, Hunt's promising career was disrupted in the early 1950s when she was blacklisted for her activism and connections to leftist causes. Undeterred, she focused on theater, television, and humanitarian work, becoming a lifelong advocate for civil rights and world hunger awareness. Hunt returned to the screen later in life, taking occasional film and TV roles while remaining dedicated to her activism. Marsha Hunt passed away at the age of 104 on September 7, 2022, remembered as a star with both beauty and unwavering principles. Mary Carlisle. Mary Carlisle, born Gwendolyn Witter on February 3, 1914 in Boston, Massachusetts, became one of the quintessential Hollywood starlets of the 1930s. With her delicate beauty and charm, she appeared in nearly 70 films, often playing the girl next door in musical comedies and romances. She starred alongside Bing Crosby in 3 movies, including College Humor and Double or Nothing, cementing her popularity among fans. Though she retired from acting in the early 1940s, she remained a beloved figure in Hollywood circles. Carlisle spent her later years in private life, only occasionally making public appearances. She passed away at the age of 104 on August 1, 2018, leaving behind fond memories of Hollywood's golden era of musicals and light-hearted romances. Audrey Munson. Audrey Munson, born on June 8, 1891 in Rochester, New York, was America's first supermodel and a pioneer in the world of film. Known as Miss Manhattan, Munson was a muse for sculptors and painters, becoming one of the most famous art models of the early 20th century. Her beauty inspired dozens of sculptures and statues across the United States, including prominent works in New York City. In 1915, she transitioned to film, starring in Inspiration, the first non-pornographic American film to feature nudity, breaking ground for artistic expression in cinema. Despite her early fame, Munson's life took a tragic turn. She spent her later years in a psychiatric institution, largely forgotten by the public. She passed away at the age of 104 on February 20, 1996, with her legacy immortalized in statues and silent film history. Connie Sawyer. Connie Sawyer, born Rosie Cohen on November 27, 1912 in Pueblo, Colorado, was Hollywood's oldest working actress, with a career spanning over 85 years. She began her career in vaudeville and gradually transitioned to film and television, appearing in over 140 film and TV roles. Known for her quick wit and comedic timing, Sawyer became a staple in films like The Way West, When Harry Met Sally, and Dumb and Dumber. She also made numerous television appearances on shows such as The Mary Tyler Moore Show, Seinfeld, and How I Met Your Mother. Her career in entertainment, coupled with her longevity, made her a beloved figure in Hollywood. Connie Sawyer passed away on January 21, 2018, at the remarkable age of 105, remembered for her dedication to making people laugh. Mary Ellis. Mary Ellis, born on June 15, 1897 in New York City, was a renowned actress and opera singer with a career that spanned both sides of the Atlantic. Beginning her career in silent films, Ellis found her true passion in music, transitioning to opera in the 1920s. She gained fame with the Metropolitan Opera and later moved to London, where she became a leading lady on the West End stage. Known for her roles in operettas such as The Gondoliers and Rose Marie, Ellis's expressive voice and dramatic presence captivated audiences. She continued performing on stage and in occasional films, becoming a cherished figure in British theatre. Mary Ellis lived to be 105, passing away on January 30, 2003, with her name etched in the history of opera and musical theatre. Norman Lloyd, born on November 8, 1914, in Jersey City, New Jersey, Norman Lloyd was an actor, producer, and director whose career spanned an astonishing 8 decades. His entry into acting began early. His mother's passion for theater sparked his love for the arts. Lloyd started in stage productions and quickly became a key member of Orson Welles' Mercury Theater. His film career took off with his role as the villainous Frank Fry in Alfred Hitchcock's Saboteur, a role that set the tone for his compelling on-screen presence. Lloyd went on to work closely with Hitchcock, both as an actor and producer on Alfred Hitchcock Presents. His impressive film credits include Spellbound, Limelight, Dead Poets Society, and In Her Shoes, while his television appearances spanned from St. Elsewhere to Modern Family. His versatility, paired with his enduring passion for acting, kept him active well into his hundreds. Lloyd passed away on May 11, 2021, at the age of 106, leaving behind an extraordinary legacy in both television and film. Doris Eaton Travis. Doris Eaton Travis, born March 14, 1904, in Norfolk, Virginia, was the last surviving Ziegfeld girl and a true symbol of Broadway's golden age. She began her career at the age of 14 as a member of the famed Ziegfeld Follies, captivating audiences with her beauty and talent. Eaton appeared on Broadway in silent films and later in sound films, becoming one of the most versatile performers of her time. Her career paused in the 1930s, but she later returned to the stage and even earned a college degree in her 70s. She stayed connected to the arts, making guest appearances at Ziegfeld events and sharing her memories of the glamorous era. Eaton was also a philanthropist and a celebrated figure of theater history until her death on May 11, 2010, at the remarkable age of 106. Julie Gibson. Born on September 6, 1913, in Lewiston, Idaho, Julie Gibson was a singer and actress best known for her work in the 1940s. She initially pursued a singing career, performing in clubs and on the radio, which led her to Hollywood. She appeared in films like The Feminine Touch, Bowery Buckaroos, and Are You With It? Often cast as the charming, funny girl next door. Her work extended to voice dubbing, and she later took on roles in radio and television, proving her versatility across various mediums. Although her Hollywood career was relatively brief, Gibson remained active in the industry for many years. She lived a long, full life, and upon her passing on October 2, 2019, at the age of 106, she was remembered as one of the last stars of Hollywood's golden age. George Abbott. George Abbott, born on June 25, 1887, in Forestville, New York, was a legendary playwright, director, and producer whose work on Broadway spanned over 80 years. Known as Mr. Broadway, Abbott's influence on American theater is immeasurable. He began his career as an actor, but quickly turned to writing and directing, creating iconic shows like The Boys from Syracuse, Pal Joey, On the Town, Damn Yankees, and A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Forum. His sharp direction, innovative storytelling, and eye for talent transformed Broadway, inspiring generations of theater professionals. Abbott continued working well into his later years and was actively involved in the revival of his own productions in his 90s. He passed away on January 31, 1995, at the age of 107.